Buongiorno, my name is Caterina Borsato and we're going to bring you another exciting episode of regional Italian cuisine. Now on this program we're going to be featuring Sardegna. Sardegna is a beautiful island in the Mediterranean. Of course, it's found off the west coast of Italy, and it is probably the second largest island after Sicily in this part of the world. Beautiful island. It is characterised by a really rocky, stony beaches around the island, and you would think that seafood would be the most important thing, but actually it is not. We've got to go back in history to work out why that is so. In terms of its history, it has been invaded by everybody, and I think that's quite characteristic of the food that's there. But you know, the Phoenicians, the Carthaginians, there was the House of Savoy, so that was Piemontesi, there was the Spanish, the Moors. They were invaded by everybody, and consequently all the people moved from the islands inland, and that's where they basically established their agriculture. The big thing in this region, of course, is sheep. Sheep farming, shepherding, pecorino cheese, and this is what will feature quite prominently on their menus. This is a beautiful space. It's not just about, of course, agriculture, but it is also has some fantastic established agriturismo, and of course the famous Costa Smeralda, which is, you know, where all the ritzy famous go to have their holidays. We are fortunate enough to have met a wonderful gentleman called Stefano Rassu, who was born and bred on the island, and he's going to have a bit of a chat about some of the wonderful things that they produce there and go through some wonderful recipes. Allora viewers, I would love to introduce you to Stefano Rassu, of course, who hails from this island of Sardegna. Welcome, and thank you for being on the show.
Ciao Bella,
Bene.
How are you?
Bene, bene. So you're one of the real Sardinians, yeah?
Yeah.
Is this what a real Sardinian looks like?
No, that's actually our uniform.
Red characterises.
From the Cagliari culture, the soccer team.
Yeah, soccer's a big thing.
Yeah.
And I also heard that they have the highest consumption of beer on your island. Why is that? I don't know what it is. I guess they get very thirsty with all the pecorino cheese. Let me ask you a question. So, of course, you were born in the town of Cagliari, is that correct?
I was born in Cagliari, but my family is originally from Arezzo, middle of Sardinia.
All right. So Cagliari, of course, is the capital of this island.
Yes.
So it's right in the south, yes?
Right in the south, yeah.
It's got a very mild climate too.
Oh, it's fantastic beaches, beautiful place to live.
Yeah.
Really nice.
So the big thing, I guess, of course, in this island, because back in the 50s up to the 70s, there were a lot of these little small-scale farming operations, but there was no money.
Yeah.
And so what actually happened is that back in 1985, it was codified by law, and they coined the phrase agriturismo. Agriturismo meaning coming from the word of agriculture and tourism. So what they're saying is that it's a tourist spot in these farm stays, and of course you can have very basic farm stays, or you can move into more luxurious ones.
Yes,
and of course Stefano was fortunate enough to be back over there and meeting with one of the ladies who runs this operation, and these are amazing. And just think of it like this, viewers, that if you're going to be going to Italy and spending 200 euros a night on a hotel, which is a hotel, and then you're going to spend probably another 100 euros to go out and eat, you can stay in these agriturismi and you can eat the food that is produced from the farm.
The only things is made in the agritourism is the only thing they made in the land.
Yes. So everything that comes from
product,
Yeah. So
from the land, it can be meat, everything.
Eggs. They grow olive trees, the vegetables, carciofi, pomodori, all those wonderful vegetables that grow in this part of the island.
Actually, by law, you can't sell any product if it's not made in the land.
Oh, there you go. And that's why we're going back to the law that was codified. Anyway, on that note, we are going to go and meet the wonderful Gemma, who's, of course, agriturismo is in Pula, which is about 40
really
km.
close to Sardinia, 40 km from Cagliari.
Allora, Stefano, you were fortunate enough to go and stay with the signora called Gemma, who runs an agriturismo in Pula, which is about 40 km from Cagliari.
40 km from Cagliari.
Yeah.
On left, yeah.
And now she's got an interesting history because she was a producer of many vegetables. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. She started. We produce all the vegetable.
Yes.
When the big companies
came in. Yeah.
So what happened? She organized her factory, her land, to do an agriturismo.
Which is fantastic.
Fantastic. Actually, the room inside the agriturismo,
Yeah.
there was a place when the horse sleeping.
Well, yeah, isn't it? But this is the found.
That's amazing.
So the thing about these farm stays, they can be actually little units on the land, or they can be built into luxury apartments. But I guess the whole thing is that you are experiencing Italian culture and food at the very base level. So what is the first recipe that Gemma's going to do?
First recipe of Gemma today is going to be culurgionis.
Culurgionis. Boy, that's a hard word.
It's similar to ravioli.
Yes, yes.
But it's made in different way. Really.
And she is a master at it.
she's a
You've got to see
master of
her
that.
hands at work. You
Yeah.
know, there you go.
Now Caterina going to explain how Gemma he do the culurgionis from Sardinia. We start with flour already mixed with semolina. We put in the bench. It's gonna make our job really easy. Water and salt. Put the salt first and the water after, and we start to mix all together. Don't forget the flour is already mixed really well inside. We keep going to stretch with the palm. That's gonna make our life easy. We make a little bit flat because you have to come really thin. With the round form, we start to make the culurgionis. To make the round form, you can use a glass as well if you don't have any form. Boil the full potato, and after we boil it for 15-20 minutes max, then we put a little bit of mint. It has to be dry mint. Dry mint is gonna give it more flavor to the dish. Pecorino cheese, possible from Sardinia, of course. That's a really traditional cheese. Salt and a little bit of extra virgin oil on top, just to give a little bit more flavor. Mix together. We're gonna make the little bowl to put inside the round dough. So that's the traditional culurgionis from Sardinia. It's a really old recipe and it's a lot of job. So Signora Gemma, she do this every day and she dedicate a lot of time to do it. We start to make the sauce for the culurgionis. Just a little bit extra virgin oil, a little bit of onion, and we put the pomodoro pelati, a peeled tomato, little bit of basil just to give a little bit more flavor. But this culurgionis actually you can do with a lot of different sauce. So we have the water boiling, we put the culurgionis inside. It doesn't take that long to cook because they are really light. When the culurgionis is coming on top, the culurgionis is ready. We take out the culurgionis and we mix together with the sauce.
Those were amazing. I was just watching her hands.
They're crazy, yeah.
They take a long time to make, yes?
Yeah, no,
well, for normal people.
For normal people, yeah. But Gemma, she's really good in that. She make every day.